everybody, and welcome back to Wrassle Graps. My name is Chris,
My name is Vincent.
and today we're talking about the February 27th edition of Monday Night Raw from this past Monday. And there was a lot that happened on this show. Like a
Oh
lot, a
yeah,
lot.
there was a lot of shit. I mean, good and bad.
Look, I usually don't take a lot of notes for Raw. I just like write down stuff that happens. Like I write down Cody versus Chad Gable. I don't take actual notes in the match because I don't feel like I need to. But I didn't even do all that. And still, I have like a whole thing of notes here.
Okay, I mean, my notes were oh.
Yeah, I
So I
saw
mean,
your notes.
yeah,
During the Seth Rollins segment, a whole paragraph, it just wrote "oh" over and over again. It's like the scene from The Shining, where it's like, oh, no sleep and all play, or no play and all work makes Jack a dull boy. I forgot how it goes, but it's just that written over and over again. Both Seth
it just
Rollins.
described the segment perfectly.
We'll get to that segment. I hated that segment, but we'll get to it. But yeah, let's start from the top, I guess. It's Jimmy and Solo versus the Profits, but it kicks off with a promo. Jimmy basically saying, "Guys, the bloodline's fine. No need to worry about it. There's no problem." The Profits come out. They're like, "You know what? I don't know about that. That don't sound correct." And then the match happens.
Yeah, I mean, this was okay. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to a Bloodline Street Profits match ever again.
It did
But they
ruin
always
that.
do matches, no matter what.
I mean, and this is a little different. It was Jimmy and Solo instead of Jimmy and Jay, so it was a little different.
A little bit, but whenever it's like, oh, we'll fight anyone in the back, and then the Street Profits come out, and then it's like, oh my god, not again.
It's always the Street Profits.
Always. I mean, they always want the smoke, though. So, it fits to the gimmick fine.
Look, they bring the swag like a rowdy can. Don't need a bag. What about it? Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Those are lyrics too. Don't look it up. That's the lyrics.
Those are the lyrics. He's genius.
So anyway, the Profits, they came out, they lost. It's unfortunate. It was an okay match.
It was
Jimmy,
fine. I mean, it was a good match for for a Raw. I think it was good. I mean, I think Raw has better matches than SmackDown.
which is kind of crazy when you think about it, but that's true.
I think SmackDown's more storyline driven, like segments and shit like that. Raw has that too, but it has like the best of both worlds.
I can agree with that. Um,
Very long though. I don't like the 3 hours.
you know what? This was a passable 3 hours. It didn't feel like 3 hours, so I didn't mind that.
It was fine.
So Solo and Jimmy tried to attack the Profits. Kevin Owens came out to save them. He, once again, doing the Sami Zayn thing of wearing the black hoodie. I'm assuming he also, if you watched our last review, know about this. They went to the same 7-Eleven, and he's also scared of the bloodline while he's getting a Slurpee. But
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
yeah,
I think
Kevin
he's
Owens
in the game.
never just don't go to the 7-Eleven then if it's such a problem. I don't understand why you can't find a different one. I know how it's always
Kevin
the same
Owens
one.
is in Slurpee King.
Isn't everyone a Slurpee guy when you think about it?
I mean, I think I'm a Slurpee guy too, so I mean, maybe. I like to
Anyway,
slurp me a Slurpee sometimes.
who doesn't love a good Slurpee? Who doesn't love slurping a good Slurpee?
If you don't like that, then you're not a human being. You're not, Homo sapien, as they say. Like I learned that in the last episode.
Yeah, I don't know how. It's been a thing for like 2 months. You didn't know about the Homo sapien community.
Well, I knew about the Homo sapien community. Okay, I know. I watched the Tony Pizza guy or whatever. But just talk. You say it wrong, so I was like Homo sapien. So it is what it is.
It depends how you say it. If you're Brock Lesnar, you say almost. If you're MVP, you say almost, and it depends on who you are, really.
Well, I say Omas, but like the Homo sapiens works better than Homo sapien.
Well, his manager MVP says Omas, so I have to say it that way because I feel like that's the correct way of saying it.
Well, I say it both ways. I say Omas when it's his name, and then Oma. You already know.
We're talking about so
All
much.
the
Let's just
different
get to
acronyms are coming out for some reason.
the next segment about him, without him though, which is Brock Lesnar. Um, he's talking about responding to the challenge put out by MVP to have the match with Omos at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I had fun with it. This is dumb. I know it's dumb. I don't expect a great match at Mania, but I enjoyed this for what it was.
This is the Brock Lesnar segment, right?
This is the Brock Lesnar segment.
Yeah, so he was fine on the microphone. I like the MVP thing. It was fun for what it was. The crowd was kind of dead, I'm gonna be honest.
Brock is
They could
just
have been
here to
more
be
alive, you know, giving Brock some good cheers, but no.
Modern
MVP
day,
plays so well with everybody. It's incredible.
modern day Brock is here to be here, and I kind of appreciate that.
Yeah. I think modern day Brock just doesn't give a fuck, and I like it.
He comes out first. He before MVP, he's sitting on the couch. MVP's like, okay, I guess. Brock's like, hey man, come on, let's just discuss this like businessman. You're a businessman. Sell me on this meeting. I am also a businessman. I do business things.
I do business things. I buy hats. It's business things.
I hats run a farm. It's basically the same idea.
Yeah, kind of.
So after some convincing, it was okay convincing. I don't think it was great. Lesnar's like, you know what? I'll take your match. Why not? It's a payday.
Yeah. And MVP was very scared in this whole segment. He was very
Yeah.
well, he was trying to be cautious. He was trying not to get suplexed or F5'd by Brock Lesnar.
Well, Brock said specifically he would not suplex MVP, so we didn't have to worry about that. What I did not think about is what would happen if he accidentally spit that white lightning on him. And that's the problem.
It's true. I mean, how did he do that? I have no idea. I feel like if you're going to do that, you turn away. You know, you make sure that it's not in Brock Lesnar's face. But he did in Brock Lesnar's face, so he got F5 for that.
To go a little
Well
more in
deserved.
depth,
You shouldn't
I,
be doing that type of stuff.
to go a little more in depth, because that just sounded weird out of context, is basically after the match was
No,
agreed
you said
upon.
it properly.
You don't want to explain it? You just want to leave it there?
Yeah,
All right. Um,
got a little bit of white stuff on his face. It's all good.
I mean that's an oversimplification and can be taken out of context, but okay, if you say so.
Simplify this.
Well, simply put, it's Lesnar versus Omos in Mania, and it's not the match I wanted, but it's a win for the Omos Sapien community, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
Next up, I think the best match on the card, if I'm not mistaken, Cody versus Chad Gable. I enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah, this match was pretty good. I mean, Chad Gable is a natural. Should be doing a lot bigger things than what he's currently doing, but you know, it's getting him out there, is showing his skills. So I'm not too angry about it. Cody Rhodes, he's Cody Rhodes, he's fine. So it was a great match for Raw standards.
Yeah, had a great little comedic segment there where Otis was looking for Maxine Dupree, and he's just staring
Yeah,
at the
he was like,
crowd.
"Where's the pretty
Cody comes
lady,
out,
Cody? Where is he? I know, where is she?
guys goes,
I saw her right there." And he was like, "Oh, yeah." They had a little fun interaction.
thank you. He said, thank you, thank you. Wait a second, you're not Chad. Who are you? Get back in the ring, get out of here.
And he got attacked for that.
And and then he went back in the ring, and he beat Chad Gable. I was like, well, that's unfortunate for Chad, but that was a cool sell on the crossroads. I'll take it.
Yeah. Uh, Chad Gable's pretty damn good. I mean, I feel like he should, like I said, be doing bigger things. That's my only issue with it.
I can also agree with that. I think once Otis becomes Otis, then he'll be on his own doing actual interesting things.
He can be like, "Oh, damn, that didn't work out. Now we get to do some crazy shit. You know? Get to go on our own, be solo, dominate some people, and be great."
That'd be cool. I think he should beat Austin Theory for the U.S. title. I, as soon as possible, actually. That'd be nice.
Yeah, like WrestleMania.
After John Cena loses, then that can happen.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think we'll get John Cena versus Cody Rhodes?
I'm sure it will happen at some point.
I feel like that's
Probably
gonna happen.
completely will. I mean, I like to believe it will. At some point, it sounds like a thing that will happen. They both do it for America. They get it. They know it has to happen.
Exactly, yeah.
I
So
think
this
if
match. They both do it for America.
U.S. troop Tony from SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 shows up and says, you know what, I would love to see Cody versus John Cena for America, I think they would do it.
I think so. That would be good. Nice return, you know.
It's a niche thing, but I think people would enjoy it if they get it. If you know,
If
you
they,
know.
yeah.
But one
But
thing that is not a niche thing that should be a thing that just doesn't happen anymore, I think, is Baron Corbin being interrupted in the middle of his interviews.
I think this is pretty interesting. I mean, I knew it was going to happen before it even happened. As soon as they started interviewing him, I was like, oh, they're definitely going to cut him off. They're going to make this running joke.
This is a ridiculous. Every week, man, this dude just shows up. He's like, "Man, so you wanted to talk to people this week again?" And he's like, "Yeah, I mean, I just want a chance. No one's gonna give me a chance to talk. I've been trying to do this for like 5 weeks now." And then
Well,
he's
he
like,
said something before, but he just said it about Cody Rhodes and how his family was shit.
"Yeah, he didn't get a chance to come back and say it." And that's tough for him. But he comes out.
Yeah, I
He's like,
mean,
"You know what?"
instead of making him down bad, though.
And he's getting there. He's like, "You know what? I just want to tell the universe." And then Byron Saxton, of all people, goes, "Man, you know what? Nice and all. We gotta cut something more important." Why are you always gonna phrase it like that? I don't understand. Why are you gonna phrase it that way?
It wasn't even that important. It was just Kevin Owens, and he was walking through. How did they know Kevin Owens was? I thought the hoodie was supposed to hide him from people.
Well, the hood was down is the problem.
See, that's the issue. If you're gonna go hooded, you gotta go fully hooded.
It's the lack of commitment that really got him caught by WWE's production staff, I guess.
If they know where he is, I'm just saying the bloodline any minute can strike.
They definitely know where he is, and they will as soon as you get their Slurpees, they're on the way. And that's unfortunate for him.
I like to see on SmackDown that he got kidnapped or some shit.
He got kidnapped, and the only evidence left behind is a dropped strawberry Slurpee.
Hey Sammy, looky here. It's just a fucking pig. It's just a Slurpee on the floor, completely all over the place. And then it pans over to a tied up Kevin Owens.
I mean, no one else will understand it, but we would understand. We would get it.
We would understand.
But anyway,
And then Sammy has to rescue him or something.
Kevin Owens, he just came out. He's like, you know what? I will destroy the bloodline by myself. I do not want Sammy's help because it's a slow build, and that's nice. And
So if everyone's destroying the bloodline by themselves, quote unquote, there's like three people doing that.
what's the third one?
Cody Rhodes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
There's like three motherfuckers doing it on their own.
I mean, it's a thing where at the end they learn the important the lesson of teamwork, and it's a nice little message for people.
I guess, but like, how dumb is this?
I would like, Sammy wants to do it with Kevin, but Kevin said no because Sammy was kind of a dick to him before, and that's understandable. Cody just they're just not friends with Cody, and that's the problem there. He's just not his friend. They don't want to work with him. Yeah, it makes sense.
It might even be four people because of Jay.
It might be. It depends on where that goes.
Yeah,
Well, we get to move on now to
I'm just saying it's not looking too good for the bloodline.
I mean, not at all. When is it ever though?
Sometimes it does.
Well, you know what? That's true. But get to move on to one of my favorite things I saw. I don't know if this has been a thing before, but I just saw it today. The Montez Ford Bianca Belair Titanic segment that they did for
Oh, I didn't
WrestleMania.
see it. It was cut out of my version.
Oh, I got to watch it, and I really enjoyed it. It was nice.
All right,
Yeah, it's hard to talk about if you haven't seen it, but still look it up if you haven't seen it.
it was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty nice.
I mean, you just heard about it. I'm sure you're just very excited about it.
Yeah, totally watched it. Thought it was great.
But the
They
important
played the
lesson.
roles super well.
So basically, what it was is they reenact the scene where uh, Jack is holding Rose at the front of the ship, holding her up, making it look like she's
Mhm.
flying. But Montez Ford dropped his phone, and he found out he did not save any of his pictures to the cloud, and that's the real tragedy, not the Titanic.
Bro, join the fucking club.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He should have saved it. I mean, apparently you also should save it to the cloud. This is a lesson for you, actually. That's who they made it for.
I can't even do anything about it, okay? It's not in my control.
That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I mean, stay away from
This
the
guy
really
doesn't have any issues whatsoever.
keep away from those large bodies of water, and I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, definitely. I'm nowhere near water. I'm only near grass.
Good thing you've been touching that grass lately.
Yup, grass everywhere.
Yeah. Next up we get to what I like to call the Judgment Day's update corner. I don't know if this is a thing that's been going on for a while, but here they just literally sit down and like, well, I'm feuding with this person. Finn's feuding with that guy. Dom's feuding with him, and Rhea Ripley over there, she's feuding with Charlotte. And I was like, you know what, this is nice. If you don't know what's going on, they tell you this is what I'm doing, this is what he's doing, and he's doing that over there. And it's a nice little thing we got going.
I kind of enjoyed it, yeah. I was like, they should definitely do this all the time. Because it gives every single person like an opportunity to talk about what they're doing.
It's like when you're working for your boss and with a bunch of other people. You're working a group project, and the leaders are like, "Okay, what did you do? What are you working on now?" And you're like, "Well, I'm going up against Edge. He's going up against his dad. That's kind of weird. And I'm going up against Charlotte, and that's my thing at WrestleMania. What's Damian Priest doing? I don't know really.
You see, the thing about the group project was I didn't do anything.
Of course not.
I just let everyone else do it, and then maybe I could do a couple things. That's about it.
But that's what you do enough so it looks like you're contributing, but not so you're doing like the whole entire thing for them, and that's
Yeah,
how
the
you
person that really is invested will do all the work.
you just gotta find someone who's very scared about their grade.
There's gonna be someone there, exactly. One of these people in the group is going to be really worried, and they're gonna just fucking do it all. They're gonna be like, "I know all the information," and you're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, all right."
That's an important life lesson to take under context, or take into your memory.
Yeah,
But now we get to move on to the more interesting segment, which is maximum male models finding Otis outside the trainer room. And
Otis.
wait a minute, I don't even remember what happened here. They came up to him and they were like, "We wanted to go see you in action," and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tuck down beer so I get a match." Oh yeah,
I want to see him in, yeah, like in action, so they can see his talents.
yeah. So he
He was
gets
like,
out
"Okay,
there,
I can do that. I can do that right now. I can go fight Adam Pierce. Adam Pierce, come on,
and then we get
in the
to find out
match."
who he picked later, and that that segment is something. We'll talk about that after these two matches here. First of which, Asuka versus Carmella. It was a decent match. Decent match.
Yeah, I mean these matches are actually pretty good, to be honest.
There's no match here besides the main event that I thought wasn't great. Wasn't decent at
Me
least.
too. Me too.
So, Asuka and Carmella put on a good match, or a decent match. Asuka wins, obviously. Calls out Bianca. And Bianca comes down, she's not having it. And Carmella blindsides them both. Next week it's Carmella versus Bianca.
Yeah, Carmelo Bianca. I mean, Carmelo's really doing a lot on this show. It seems.
Is Corey Graves is there too, supporting. That's nice.
And yeah, Corey Graves is going crazy over it.
He was really going nuts during the Otis and Gargano match. That was my favorite Corey Graves moment of the night.
Yeah,
So next
Corey
up,
Graves is actually pretty good.
what's it?
Corey Graves is actually pretty good.
He's good when he's knows what he's doing. And I think that's the same for everybody involved. Once you know what you're
Exactly.
doing, you're good.
I'm not sure about Kevin Patrick.
He, I think Corey's carrying him a little bit,
Yeah, a teensy weensy bit.
a decent amount. But that's all I'm gonna say on that. LeRae versus Piper Niven's up next. Uh, LeRae comes out. Nikki Cross is following her for some reason. They don't figure out why, but it helps Candice pick up a win. Good for her.
Yeah. Nikki Cross is shit.
Nikki Cross is in a perpetual need for a tag team for some reason. I don't know why she always needs to be in a tag team, but that is just her gimmick, no matter what she's doing.
Here's the thing, look. I feel like any gimmick she has is kind of not good.
Outside of her NXT gimmick, I would say that's correct.
The NXT gimmick is pretty much similar to this gimmick.
After
But I
her,
just feel like this doesn't work as good for some reason. And probably because she's not Insanity, to be honest.
that would be the big part of the problem, I would
She's
say.
just kind of doing shit. I don't even know what she's doing. She's doing shit. And then the superhero gimmick, don't even get me started on that whole thing being her idea. Um,
You know what? That's over now, and I can be happy about that. That's all I take solace in.
I'm like, okay, she's not doing that anymore, but she's doing this gimmick that here that does not really feel that great, to be honest.
That is true. I see Nikki Cross. I'm like, you know what? She's here. It is what it is. She's good in the ring when she gets a chance to be, and that's really all that matters.
I don't see her being a top star in this division whatsoever. Maybe when she
No,
was the superhero and was a top star because she was the champion, but she shouldn't have been the champion.
at this rate, it's not going to get any better for her.
Unfortunate. I really had high hopes for her.
Oh, next up we get to an interesting backstage segment. Gargano is backstage. He's like, I'm proud of my wife for winning. I was backstage, it's in the locker room, and Otis comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, Johnny, I want some hot action." And I was concerned, but then I realized what he meant. And that was a interesting way of phrasing. He wants a match, I think. But it's also, I would like to title this episode, Otis Gets Hot Action. And I hope we're both okay with that.
Yeah, sure. It's fine.
Great. Fantastic. Then Judgment Day come along. They have a problem with Johnny Gargano for some reason. I don't know why. Um, they're talking to him, and then Finn Balor goes, "If Otis doesn't flatten you like a pancake, I'll do a bunch of things and finish the job next week." And Johnny Gargano goes, "Sounds delicious. See you then."
And I say, that's fucking disgusting. But okay.
What is wrong with this dude, Johnny Gargano? He is like the Tony Schiavone of this company. Whenever I see him talking, he always says something weird, and someone just stop him. Someone needs to stop him.
He hangs out with Dexter Loomis too much.
Uh, Dexter Loomis does not say anything. He's just bouncing ideas off him, and that's actually the problem. You're right. It's that hanging out with Dexter Loomis. He's talking to him. Dexter's not talking back, and he's not telling him that what you're saying is kind of weird. Please calm down.
Exactly. That's the issue. He has no one to tell him what's going on. Candice LeRae, what's she doing?
And Dexter Loomis, he's sitting there, he's trying to draw a picture of Johnny Gargano, and him telling Johnny Gargano, "Hey, what you're doing is a little weird. Relax." With that whole hot
Yeah.
action stuff and the delicious stuff, it's kind of weird, and
Your choice of words are important, Johnny.
it's always important,
And your theme song is really important.
and it's not good. He's trying to draw it out on a piece of paper, but Johnny Gargano is not good at Pictionary, and that's the problem.
Oh no, not even Hangman will save him.
Not even remotely close. So
Damn.
it's a good thing he's a good in-ring wrestler because his promo skills are questionable at best.
I mean, they're okay. They're questionable, like you said. They're
I'm
not bad.
they're good when he's like a face and he actually has a passionate feud to be a part of. They're good. When he's just kind of floating around and doesn't know what to do, then that's where the problems come up.
Exactly, yeah.
That's when
I
you
think
get
right
him.
now he's really not. He's like he doesn't have anything going for him besides the Dexter Loomis thing. But
I don't even know what that thing is, if we're being completely honest. But,
yeah, I missed out on a few weeks of Raw and don't know.
but anyway, next up we get my least favorite segment of the night, I think. Yeah, I'd say so. Uh, Miz TV. Not because of Miz, because of Seth Rollins. We'll get to that though. So stupid. It was so stupid. So Miz got an envelope last week from Maurice. That's an anniversary gift. And the envelope is basically the announcement saying who's going to be the host of WrestleMania in Hollywood. He opens it and he said, "Oh my God, it's me. I can't believe it. Hi, I'm hosting WrestleMania. I'm interviewing me tonight." I was like, that's good for you, Miz. Good for you.
I already suspected it was him.
I was hoping for a combination of him and LA Knight, personally, but that's going to have to do, I guess.
That song, every time he comes out, would have been crazy.
But instead of LA Knight coming out, it was Seth Rollins for no reason, really, other than to be Seth Rollins.
Yeah, being him. I like Seth Rollins.
The Miz just is just celebrating his day, you know. It's like I'm host WrestleMania, that's cool. And then Seth comes out, he's just dancing on him for no reason. I'm like, bro, what is wrong with this man? He's just dancing in the middle of the ring. And Miz is like, man, can you cut it out, please? I'm trying to celebrate my life choices. He's like, well, the problem is you mentioned Logan Paul, and because of that, I had to come out here because you know the week before that, I had to stomp you once because you're being kind of a jerk. And he's making jokes about buttholes, and it's kind of weird. I was like, I don't know about this, you know.
Yeah,
And
he was
then
like, "You're a beehole, Miz." And Miz was like, "I'm more Renee type of guy, right?" He was like, "You're an a-hole, Miz."
he's like, "Are you saying that you're an a-hole?" He's like, "No." And I'm like, man, this segment was written by a bunch of middle school kids, and it's obvious. And
It was
then
written by Dominic Mysterio.
no, Dominic knows how to write better comedy than this. Comedy like this doesn't fly in the joint, man. Come on.
You know, who knows? I heard Dominic Mysterio was a great comic back in prison.
I'm sure he was. Comedy like this, like that happened here, that's how you get jumped in the joint, I'm pretty sure.
Perhaps.
But anyway, that happens, and then he's like, man, give me a favor real quick, miss, and call Logan Paul so I can talk to him really quick. He's like, no, you're kind of a dick, Seth. I'd rather not do that. He's like, oh, well. So he knocks him out, takes his phone from him, laughing, and like,
Somehow
pan-
unlocked.
the way he pandered to the audience here was the dumbest thing I've seen in my entire life. I hated this so much. I know his whole thing is that he's over the top, but this is a bit much for me personally.
So the
And
camera was in the glasses?
I guess so. I have to guess so.
Yeah, I was like, what are those glasses? And then he started, then I saw the FaceTime call.
Yeah, so he uses the Mrs. Face to unlock it. And he sits down, he
Oh,
calls Logan. Logan answers it. He's like, Miss, for the love of God, stop calling me. And he's like, it's not Miss, it's me, Seth Rollins. You know me. He's like, oh yeah, what do you want?
and
He's
your dumb
like,
fucking brother lost yesterday, motherfucker. Ah.
yeah, he says that. And I was like, oh, that's a good one. I'll give you that. He's like, how about this? You come here next week and we talk man to man, face to face. And Logan Paul's like, okay, cool, but I know you want to talk all that trash next week. And then he's like, you know what? I will, but one more thing. Bye, bitch. And then he hangs up and throws the phone. I was like, what is wrong with this guy, Seth Rollins? I can't stand this version of Seth.
I have no idea. But I didn't like this that much either because of that butthole stuff. So, I mean, here's what it is.
I'm convinced this whole segment was written by like a middle school kid. Like, we have to get here and here. How do you want to do it? And he's like, make a butthole joke and have him curse once. And then I think we're good.
Yeah. I don't hate Seth Rollins, though.
I don't
But
hate Seth Rollins,
I
but this was
wouldn't
a
say this
bad
is the
segment.
best work he's done.
This is actively a bad segment.
Yeah, just definitely not that great. And I don't want to see Logan Paul anywhere on my screen, so that makes it even worse.
They're really pushing for him to be here. I don't know. I get he's a great wrestler in the ring. He's been pretty good for someone who's only had 3 matches. I understand that. That's cool.
Well,
Once
they
again,
signed the guy, so I mean, they might as well do something with it.
he most likely is only as good as he is because he's rehearsed with Shawn Michaels a lot and other wrestlers. without that rehearsal, it would not be as good. So we're throwing it out there, But I mean, I'd say the problematic nature of it outweighs the beneficial in ring stuff, in my opinion. Other people don't
I
think that.
mean, yeah, definitely. I don't think that Logan Paul should be anywhere around this whole thing, even though he's like you said, fine in the ring, whatever the case may be. But I'm just not looking forward to seeing him at WrestleMania or anywhere on the show next week.
Oh, I'm seeing this. There's a report that talent are upset because Triple H wants a smaller card, even though that's a good thing for WrestleMania. If you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at Logan Paul for taking your spot. That's what I'm gonna say. You know what? That's who you need to get mad at.
Exactly. That's who to get fucking mad about.
And
Logan Paul walks into the arena, gets all these fucking dirty ass faces.
gets a dirty look from Danny Brooke. You stole my spot on WrestleMania. And the whole locker room just starts laughing. Because,
He was
like,
like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. He keeps
I,
going person to person. They're just all angry at him. You dumb motherfucker, what are you doing here? I have a match later.
and then he gets some mistreatment where he drops a crumb on the floor by accident. He has to change in a public bathroom for 6 months.
You spilled your Slurpee in my backpack. Well, no, I didn't spill my Slurpee at all.
I
It's
didn't even
still my
have a
hand.
Slurpee. I don't think that's me.
I don't even. Where's the Slurpee? You
He,
spilled the Slurpee in my back. Look at this. That looks like
he,
a clean backpack to me. It doesn't look like there's Slurpee anywhere in there. Get out of here.
I mean, all I have is this Prime Energy. So you admit it. Why? It's an energy drink. Same thing. Get out of my locker room, man. By the way, they have an obscene amount of Prime Energy drinks at my local Target. So that's the thing.
I can't find any.
Dude, I walked in, I looked at the register, like sitting right there, along with Peeps Pepsi. That's a whole thing going on too.
Peeps Pepsi Prime.
I had some, wasn't that bad.
Oh, Peeps Pepsi, like actual flavor.
That's the flavor.
It's not that bad. You said
It tastes like vanilla Coke, but a little bit sweeter.
okay. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
I don't know. I thought Peeps is just a weird flavor.
It's a weird. I saw it, I immediately had to buy it, and I am
'Cause I'm
still
not really a
tempted
big
to get
fan
it.
of Peeps in general.
Like, I mean, me neither, but I saw the collaboration. I was like, I have questions. They need answers. I'm getting it right now.
Should have gotten the Prime.
No, I'm okay. I could support Peeps and Pepsi, or I can support a guy who scammed people out of millions of dollars and also went to a suicide force and filmed a dead body. I
There's a
mean,
lot of issues there.
I think I picked correctly.
All you got sucked. KSI's Prime gig.
That was a great edit, though. I'll give him that much.
That was pretty good.
Next up, we move on to Damage Control being interviewed backstage, along with Austin Theory. Damage Control is like, no, we're gonna win tonight. It's okay. And Theory's like, man, you know what? I have a problem with John Cena coming back next week. So I do hustle loyalty, and I don't get respect. So what's up with that? I'm gonna talk to him about it next week.
Yeah, he's the guy I also have loyalty and I respect. I don't understand.
So that's gonna happen next week. So that's gonna happen at WrestleMania, which is cool, I guess, even though I don't really want that. Um,
It is. It could be worse. It could be way worse.
it could be. It could be Elias again.
It could be like Jake Paul.
Yeah. I mean, like at this rate, it might as well be.
Yeah, shouldn't be though.
I mean, I can agree with that, but at this rate, it might as well be. You might as well just do it.
Whatever.
So next up, Elias for some reason requested a match with Bobby Lashley, and that was a
Why would
huge
you
mistake.
do that? What kind of dumb idiot would do that?
He was steamrolled in about 4 minutes, probably less. And Rick Beeks was taking notes on this for some reason. I would not even watch this match, man.
So this is how you get your fucking songs out there. You're right about how you lost to Bobby Lashley in a couple seconds.
Right? What you gotta do is use the Elias formula of do a whole gimmick for 4 years, and then you release an EP with 4 songs, and then that's it. That's
Then you
all.
call it an album too.
You go on an album, and the novelty alone of being a wrestler who wrote some music gets you out there.
Yeah. This is gonna be one hell of an album.
You already know.
It better just be the most you better be music you should be listening to while you're high. That's what it should be.
I hope it's 15 minutes of Rick Buggs doing his scream that he does.
It better be the most crazy, confusing music you ever heard.
No, I hope it's just a scream for 15 minutes. No music,
No,
just a scream.
nothing like that. We're here for the music.
Oh, you'll get music
The
in a minute
musical
here for this.
stylings of Rick Boogs and Elias.
Well, you'll get some music here in about a minute because, Big Bob cuts a promo. Basically the same thing as
Oh,
last week. He's like, I am a very unhappy guy right now. Please leave me alone, Bray. I'm not in the mood for your nonsense. I've got to deal with Brock. And he's dealing with somebody else for some reason. Which I'm also confused about that. We forgot to even talk about that, why Brock is moving on, even though the Bobby feud is clearly not over yet. That's a whole other thing.
what? Pull up your pants and do the muscle man dance.
Well, I guess you're going to have to because that is what happened. Bob tried walking up the ramp and then the Muscle Man Dance video came on. And he was like, man, I hate this song so much, but I'm going to sit here and watch it because I do look pretty good in those pictures.
I mean, he was thinking about pulling up his pants for a second and doing the muscle man dance.
He was kind of, and he was like, wait a second, they're already pulled up. What is this kind of game? He's like,
How
I,
high do you want him?
yeah.
He starts pulling him up.
At that point, he
Is
was a
this
little.
good?
There's actually 3 episodes in the anime about this one scene here, and I think it's going to be great.
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be the most dramatic thing you've ever seen in your entire life. The pants gonna be pulled up. The muscle man dance. You'll have to wait and see.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yep.
Uh, Next up, we get to Adam Pearce having to deal with Carmella and Chelsea Gray at the same time. He did not last that long. He said, you know what? Carmella, you have a match next week. I'm leaving. Leave me alone, please. And then they become
Your
friends.
Swiss chocolate is in the toilet.
You switch chocolate, it's over there in the corner. Please don't talk to me anymore.
Yeah. Fucking Swiss chocolate, bro. They're gonna vibe over it. They're gonna be eating that shit. Like, damn, Adam Pearce is such an asshole.
He's just the worst. He's only the worst.
Yeah. I'm surprised Zack Ryder's not in the company.
I'm also a little surprised. You know what? I heard they got trademarked.
Oh, I heard he was going for a trademark, and I don't know if it worked. No.
I think WWE, there was a report earlier that they trademarked 4 people. I forgot 2 of them, but 2 of them, there's 4 of them. 2 of them I don't remember. 2 of them were Ryder and Ezekiel Jackson for some
That's
reason.
crazy that they went for that, because, like I said, because Zack Ryder was gonna go and try and trademark his own name or whatever, so they can own it. So they
Oh,
probably got wind of that. Like, nah.
I don't think he's getting it anytime soon.
Ezekiel Jackson, though.
I mean, look, it's an odd list. It's a really odd list.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Ezekiel Jackson's a legend, though. He's the last ECW champion.
That's an accomplishment. I would say that's certainly an accomplishment to have. Not a good one. Not a good one.
Pretty cool, I think.
Trying to scroll through here to see if I can find the actual thing that was reported, but Sean
No, you
Ross,
don't have to. It is what it is.
for my curiosity, I would like to know. It's going to kill me if I don't. But
And that's kind of weird.
here it
It's
is.
just a trademark.
God damn it. I need to know why they're trademarking all these people.
Well, they're trademarking them so they can't have the names. I think Ezekiel Jackson's probably still wrestling or whatever. I'm not sure.
On February 23rd, WWE filed the trademark Ryder, Jackson, McIntyre, and Ziggler. That's what it was. Yeah, we can move on.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's not Ezekiel Jackson.
I mean, it could be. No, it was definitely Ezekiel Jackson.
Oh, okay. Well, Ziggler is one thing.
Well, he's never leaving. They don't gotta worry about him taking his name anywhere else.
He'll never go anywhere else, even if he's treated poorly.
If the last 15 years have been an example of anything, he'd be there forever.
Oh, 100%. Even if he'll tease that he'll go somewhere else. There's no reason to meet with him. Like, Tony Khan will never meet with this guy.
Why would you bother? Why would you bother at this point?
Let's go to dinner, Ziggler. Let's see what we can do. It's never gonna happen.
Well, Tony has other things going on. But
Yeah.
someone has something going on. Otis. Yeah, prove himself. He has match
Ortiz.
Gargano. Yeah, Otis has match against John Gargano. That was a fun match. Corey Graves is going off on commentary. I loved it.
Fantastic. I thought for 1 second that Otis was gonna win.
I did too. Corey Graves. He was going off on commentary though at the ending. He was like, "I can't believe this man. John Gargano married a man is staring at Maxine Dupree. This is ridiculous. I mean, I get it when you're on a diet. It doesn't mean you can't peruse the menu and all. But I mean, still, it's ridiculous. What are you yelling about Wisconsin for over there, Patrick? What's wrong with you?"
Yeah. Damn
Yeah,
Wisconsin. Oh, that was the moment, bro, where he was nailing.
he was on something.
Bro, I love Otis. Nothing better than Otis.
And so Maxwell Male Miles tried to help Otis with Gargano, but unfortunately, Dexter Loomis came out, grabbed Massey, and Matsuo tried to help.
Who was
And
gonna kidnap him, is what I thought.
legally, I don't know how he keeps getting away with this. You'd think the cops would have been called by now.
Yeah, this is completely terrible. You can't kidnap someone like that.
I mean, if the past couple weeks have taught you anything, if you do it on TV, people just assume it's part of the show and don't do anything.
Maybe. Yeah, wrestling is one weird thing. It's a loophole in the law.
It is.
Sometimes though, it doesn't get you out of shit. Okay.
Sometimes. Very rarely, but sometimes.
Sometimes the cops are called and you're taken away in a police car on TV.
It's something else.
But thank God no one's a snitch, right? All those people in the arena, no one's snitching.
I don't know, man. Silva Sokoa kind of looks like it.
I don't know. I mean, actually, people called the cops on MJF that one time.
Yeah, I mean, he did. That promo might have been
They
a bit much.
they should be ashamed of themselves.
That promo was questionable. I will say that, but still,
It was pretty cool, I'm not gonna say anything, but it is what it is.
I wouldn't have said that. Is all I'm going to say. Then again,
I would just leave it alone. It's pro wrestling, like we said.
I,
So
I,
yeah,
I maybe wouldn't have made up a whole story about that. That really isn't. That, that's not a thing I would have gone with.
he went a little bit crazy there, but it's fine. It's fine.
He made up for it by dunking on Alberto Del Rio earlier today. And you know what? That's good for him.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder what happened with the whole uh nothing. I was gonna say about the MGF breaking up with his girlfriend thing. That was interesting.
I think I read that it was not a work.
Not at work, okay.
They actually
Because I
did it.
thought originally I thought it was a work because he brought it up in a promo, like we said with the previous thing with the car accident. But no, that was actually a shoot.
That's unfortunate. That's tough. That's really tough.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah, let's move on to well, first off, we forgot to talk about because I forgot to write it down was after Cody won, he's like, you know what? We're like 30 days from WrestleMania. I haven't even seen Roman Reigns. I should probably go deal with that. I'll see him on Friday probably. And then Paul Heyman was like, you know what? Roman Reigns will see you on Friday. How about that, Cody? And that was the end of the segment.
Yeah,
All right, well, now the main event time. Io Sky and Dakota Kai, sorry, versus Becky Lynch and Lita. I don't know how they got this opportunity, but besides Lita's coming up and being like, "Hey, don't attack Becky Lynch like that. I'm here to help."
look, I just learned from this match that I'm not a huge Lita fan.
I don't know what happened, man. I As soon as she got in the ring, it's like she's never wrestled in her entire life.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not really into this whole Lita comes back and she teams with Becky Lynch, and I don't know. I'm just not into the whole bring back this legend for this one thing, and then she takes the championships from the team that's actually good. I don't know.
I they didn't earn it either. It's not even like they've been working towards the tag team titles. They just
Oh,
got thrown.
Becky Lynch does not earn anything. She usually comes in, she steals something from somebody, and then, you know, Becky Lynch, she's the man.
Basically, where it all goes wrong is Trish Stratus comes out to stop Bailey from interfering,
I popped
and
for Trish Stratus. I was like, oh hell yeah, it's time to rock and roll.
I was like, "That's cool." And then Lita gets in the ring, she starts wrestling, and Bailey's very rusty, and I'm like, "That's not as cool." You know what? That's a bit rough.
Let's do
And
all the
then
Hardy spots. Let's go.
did all the Hardy spots, but did them in like slow motion, so you could see them, the insides and outs.
Would you like to know how to do a Hardy spot? Here you go. How to do this Hardy spot.
So you do the twist of fate first. You grab, then you twist, and then you fall down.
Yep.
Uh, And then Lita gets the pin off of, first of all, Io Sky selling that terrible twist of fate way too long for my
Oh
first.
yeah. Hmm.
And then she hit that moonsault and won. And I was like, dude, what are we doing here? What for what purpose?
For what purpose? I have no idea. Like, what are we doing here with Lita? Is she gonna stick around for a while, be the tag team champion?
I'm guessing this is leading to damage control versus
That's
Lita
the
just
first time I've seen Lita in so long.
it's I would rather not see any more after this performance personally.
You know, I like Trish Stratus though. You know, it is what it is.
I think it's a 6 woman tag in WrestleMania. I think that's what this is, but
I don't want to see her wrestle again though.
oh, you're gonna have to.
God damn it.
That's tough. But overall, that was Raw in a nutshell. I would say overall, it was a decent show. I don't know if would you give it a thumbs up? I don't even know.
Um, you know what? Fuck it. Thumbs up.
I'd give it a low thumbs up. I'd say low thumbs up
One of
is
those
fair.
tiny thumbs ups.
It's a very it's a very uncertain thumbs up. Thinks he wants to show up, but he's like, I don't know about this one.
Minuscule thumbs up.
It's a thumbs up hiding and shit and fear because he doesn't know if he was correct this time.
You think Vincent Man is back?
That's what I would like to go with. Next, like pulled
So
up. See,
Siri's involved now.
I accidentally did pull Siri. I don't even know how I did that, but that's how I did it.
We have Craig, we have Siri, we have all the robots.
It's such a scary thumbs up. It needs Siri to confirm whether or not it was correct or not.
I don't know what a tiny thumbs up is, Chris.
Anyway, that's the ranking for this week. I can draw it to a close if you'd like to.
All right, so go follow us on all the social media platforms, podcasting platform, 5-star reviews. You know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, share on YouTube. We'll see you next one. Bye.